Hello, it is currently 3:37 p.m. on the 17th of January. It is kind of getting dark, but I also thought it would be a really great time to go on a walk with each other and have a big old catch up, kind of like you're on a walk with your friend. That's the vibe we're going with. And that is going to be some sheer amount of confidence from my end because I am going to be walking along my home stretch like this, vlogging. So, you guys are welcome. I don't know, I just thought we would try something different today. I have so much to chat to you guys about, but I'm so bored of just like sitting on my bed talking. I just also need to get out and get some fresh air. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm going a little bit crazy. So, I've got my gloves, they don't go, but we're not going to judge because I'm going to be freezing holding you guys out. But I thought it could be a really fun way because we need to catch up. There are some mega life changes happening for me. I also just want to discuss like how we're all feeling about New Year. We'll get into it. But I thought this could maybe be a good video for you guys to watch while you're doing other tasks because I am just going to be chatting the whole time. You can let me know if you like the style or not. But we really better get going because, yeah, I want to say it'll stay light until 4:30, but maybe that's a bit optimistic. I don't know how I'm getting ahead of myself. I know we're definitely on the way up. The end of winter is in sight, guys. The days are getting slowly but surely longer. Couldn't be more excited about it. So, fingers crossed we can actually do this conversation in daylight. Okay, let's go, huh? I actually think this is going to be a really nice walk because there's a wee pink sky forming above me. My big moon boots on. Will we just get into the big news? I feel like I have so much to debrief you on. But I am moving this year, which is the first time I'm saying that online. I feel like my YouTube community are the real ones. So I want to talk to you guys about it first. And it means that I can talk properly about it. But this is huge for me because if you don't know, I've been living at home since I moved back to the island after uni. I've been living in my childhood bedroom and it's been really nice. I have a really good relationship with my family. Really lucky about that. So I just stayed with them. But I am 23 and I do long distance with my boyfriend. So when me and Sorley are both in my little cottage room, it is tiny. There's literally no space for us. Yeah, not only is there not really enough space for us, there's not actually enough space for me now as an adult. And I kind of just had to deal with it as you do, you like adapt. But it was getting to a point where I couldn't, not even for me, but for like my family to have enough room. Because we're in like a very little like cottage and yeah, we made it work until we couldn't. But I was never in a real rush to move out because the cost of living on Skye is insane and buying a house is near impossible. So yeah, really hard to do. And given my job and how long I've been doing it for, I just didn't even think that that was a possibility. So the fact that I'm able to do it is really insane. There's a quad bike coming. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh well. Yeah, the fact that I'm actually in the position to be able to do it is so crazy to me. Like I feel like the luckiest girl in the world, and I literally have you guys to thank for that, which, trust me, like I know how fortunate I am to be able to be in a position at the age of 23 to buy a house is like insane and a huge pinch me moment. And yeah, it's just quite like overwhelming. I don't really deal with change or big things like this very well, in the sense that like I struggle to process them sometimes because it's just like doesn't feel real. I feel like since I started doing social media and stuff, this whole world is very strange, and when big things like this happen, it's like, wow, like I just never thought I'd be able to do this. So yeah, very like surreal experience. I'm moving in at the start of this year sometime, so content will be coming very soon. I'm still trying to like navigate how much of it I want to share, as I'm always constantly trying to navigate, like, this is obviously a very personal job, like I'm vlogging my life. I'm literally out on my evening walk talking to a camera right now. But yeah, just trying to navigate like what to share and stuff, because I'm going to try and make it like a super girly, cozy house and all that kind of vibe. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about like housemates yet. There are so many young people on the island who like can't afford a place of their own but want to move out of home, so I'm kind of like, do I ask around and see if any of them want to stay with me? But then if I'm posting like, you know, someone else's house online or like their personal space, are they going to be comfortable with that? And there's like, yeah, just like a few things that I need to think about with it, but I'm really excited to share it with you guys. Like, my Pinterest board is going crazy right now, literally crazy. So yeah, that's a huge life change for me. I must say, I don't know if I mentioned that, I am not leaving the island. Don't worry, I'm moving away from home, but I am not moving away from Skye. I just need my own place here. I think it's time, and I'm very fortunate that I'm able to. So we're doing it. Very adult, very scary. But yeah, I'm not moving off the island. I kind of teased about moving out at Christmas time, because a few of my Christmas gifts were like kettles and toasters and stuff like that. And a few of my comments were like, please don't be leaving the island. I'm not. No. They can't get rid of me that easily. I kind of see myself like always being based here. I'm 23, so I hate when people ask me like, is this you settled here now? Or like, is this you for good? Or I don't know. It just makes me feel a bit trapped. Like, is this it? I don't know, but I think Skye will always be my primary base. It's definitely where I want to raise a family in the future and stuff, because I've loved growing up here so much. Like, it's such a special place to grow up. Like, just after school, being able to go to like these insane pools to swim at with your friends, or like a beach, or and the community spirit and everything, I just really love. So definitely I'm always going to be based here, I think, but I'm 23, so I don't know what's to come. Never say never, and I definitely want to do more like traveling at some point in my life, but right now I'm pretty content with just being here and really focusing on like this. I think last year I was away so much that I felt all over the place with what I was doing, and I just want to be more grounded in one place this year, and I want that place to be home, like be on Skye, and just really like get into a nice routine and stuff. I feel like it's really good and essential kind of for my mental health, to have some sort of stability and stuff. So that's kind of a big goal for me this year, is to stay at home more. So more Skye content, hopefully. But then like the classics, when it gets to the new year and I'm looking at like vision boards and seeing things, and I'm like other people's goals to travel to all these cool places, and suddenly I'm like, do I want to stay at home, or am I 23 and I need to live my best young person life and go and travel the world and go to a surf camp and a yoga camp and like volunteer at a hostel? Like, I don't know. Yeah, that kind of brings me on to my next topic of conversation, which is just like the pressures of New Year's resolutions, especially with social media. This like whole thing of hustle culture never goes away, I guess. And I don't know, I just thought I would talk about how I feel on it, which is I choose to ignore it. I choose peace. And so I hope you guys can too, if you find it overwhelming. Some people do find it really motivating. And I so get that, because some years I felt like that. I felt like I needed a fresh start, and that was a chance for a new beginning. Or it was really motivating for me. But personally this year, especially because I've got this big life change happening of moving out. Obviously I've moved away from home before. I lived in Spain and stuff like that. Like, it's not my first time moving away, but it feels very adult this time. So it's a lot scarier. And I've gotten really used to being at home and being comfortable with it, so yeah. But I think just having a big change, especially at the start of the year, I kind of just want to take each part of the year as it comes. and not put too much pressure on it. And last year I think I put a lot of pressure on myself goals wise, and I'm really proud of myself for everything that I did last year, but I think, I don't know, I'm just ready to have a bit of a slower year. Like, I don't need to achieve crazy things every single year.
Hello.
Hey.
What are you doing?
I want to walk. I'm filming.
What?
What? So yeah, if you ask me about New Year's resolutions and goals, I probably don't have that many. I think more this year it is like our inner goals, like personal goals about my attitude towards things and just being like a kinder person and like nicer and like all of those kind of things, rather than material goals. I was hoping to show you guys some hairy coos today on this walk, but they're actually not in the field today. Must be elsewhere, sorry. That would have been cute. You're just gonna have to keep looking at my face instead. Well, I continue to chat shit, but welcome to the conversations it would be like if you were my pal. I feel like we've kind of done our little catch-up debrief, a little bit of deep chat. Now let's just get on to the fun stuff. What am I reading right now? I've been loving asking people what they're reading recently and what they're watching and like different forms of media they're consuming, just for a little bit of inspiration. I am reading Beartown right now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it at the start. It's quite sad in a way, but I think it's really interesting to me because it's very similar to like where I live. So for context, this isn't like spoiling anything about it, but it might give you a little bit of insight into our culture up on the Isle of Skye as well. The book is about this kind of small town in the forest, and they don't have that much going for them, like them as a town. Obviously Skye's different in that sense, but they don't really have that much going for them other than their ice hockey team, and it's like the centre, it's like the core of their town, it's like the heart of the town, and with that there's a lot of pressure on the boys that play ice hockey, and it kind of goes into all of that, and it's quite like character driven, which I really like, stories like that. And yeah, I'm not gonna go into it in too much depth, but it's really good. I'm really enjoying it, but it does have a lot of like sensitive topics and stuff, so I would definitely look at the trigger warnings, but I think you should maybe do that with most books anyways. But it's really interesting because, of course, up in Skye, although there is a lot going for it, it maybe didn't used to feel like that before it got like picked up by the tourist industry. Even though we're surrounded with beauty, it's still got that like small village feel to it. But at the core of the community we have shinty, which is our like local sport. And yeah, like to certain people in the community, shinty is everything. My dad grew up with that kind of like lifestyle, his whole life centered around shinty, and same with my papa and stuff like that. And unfortunately I do not play it, but I did try, which is going to feature, without giving too much away, in my BBC show. You might get to see me trying it. Again, coming out very soon, stay tuned. But yeah, it's just like interesting. I like when I can relate to things in some ways, or relate the book to different things in different life situations. Do you know what I mean? I really liked it though, and even if you can't relate, it's still just like a really good book, and it's very wintry. I started reading it ahead of going to Sweden because I thought it would be a nice like winter cozy read, and it definitely does that. Maybe nice is the wrong expression, but it's really good. I'm like 75% of the way through, and I know that because I'm reading on my Kindle for the first time, which I couldn't recommend more. I don't know why I was against Kindles for so long. Literally the best thing ever. Like, sorry, I'm getting out of breath because I'm going up a hill right now, but like so good for being able to take travelling rather than a book. Especially if you are someone who likes reading multiple books at one time. But also if you're going out on a walk at home, I could just walk and read my book on the Kindle, and at night it's so much better for lying in bed. I can just tap the screen, super lazy. I do still have a special place in my heart for physical books, of course, but I couldn't recommend more. in terms of TV shows, I've got kind of a random mix of shows going on right now, but it feels like, you know, when I feel like this always happens. It's like, oh, I've got nothing to watch. Bang, 5 TV shows that I love come out in one go and I'm trying to juggle them all. And then it goes through waves like that. So we've got the classic ones like in UK TV right now, like The Traitors, and Love Island just started, but I don't think I'm going to watch it this season. I usually do Cave, but I just can't. It's actual brain rot. And I'm not consuming media like that this year. It's not happening. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to give that a watch. It only started like 2 nights ago or something because of the wildfires, I think. I don't know. But I have been watching Traitors, which is just mental this year. Like, so funny every time I think about it. What's that funny line? A cat amongst the pigeons, Roxy. I don't know. If you know, you know. That's all I have to say. It's iconic. So funny. And just like a good family watch. I do love a TV show that the whole family can sit down and watch together and like look forward to at 9 p.m. This is actually such a bold move of me just talking to the camera at home. Like, I hope you guys understand the lengths of this. But also, wow, look how stunning it is. So stunning. I'm actually not doing my like usual home walk right now. Doing a slightly different one, just because privacy. But in case, like, I don't know. But I love this walk actually. It's so nice, and I still know like everyone, of course. So interesting, people asking that about Skye. Like, I don't know, I would say yes, I still know everyone, but I definitely don't. I just think like you've still got your classic local characters. But there's so many people that live here now, like, I don't know half of them. I think there's like 12,000 people on the island or something. Could be making that up, but also it's a big island, so. Anyways, back to the TV shows. So I've been watching Traitors, loving that. Tell Me Lies, amazing TV show. Quite raunchy. Definitely not one that I could like watch on the big TV at home, but I do really like it. It's like a drama. It's kind of rubbish teen TV, but it's not, I don't know if I would say it's like trashy. It does deal with big topics, but I don't know how I would describe it, but I do really like it. Like, I'm quite invested. It does show like a very toxic relationship, and it does also deal with very big issues. So again, I don't know, but I really like it. So the new season of that's just come out, but only 1 episode every week, and I'm like, I want to binge watch it. It is really good. And then I've also been watching something else. What was it? Oh, I watched People We Meet on Vacation because I read the book and the film just came out on Netflix, and everyone was saying that they loved the film. Like, all over my social media, it got such good reviews, and I was so disappointed by it. Like, sue me, I really didn't like it. I just thought every like teen movie cheesy cliche they could have done, they did it. And I kind of got to the point where I was like, is this a spoof? Like, I feel like they're taking the mick. So let me know if anyone else felt the same, because I kind of feel like I stand alone in thinking that, and I don't know how, because I was like, this is so bad. In my head, like, the acting and everything was so bad. But that might just be me. I don't know. I do absolutely love Tom Blythe, though, the main character, male lead in it. He is just a stunning specimen. So yeah, I watched that. I feel like there's been something else. Oh, Molly May's new documentary came out, which I just find quite fascinating because it's it's the same industry as I work in, which is crazy to say, even though we're very different people. So I kind of find it fascinating from that point of view. But I just watched 1 episode of that, and yeah, I don't really have any opinions on it. It was like, all right, more kind of background TV for me. But I do love her vlogs. Like, I find them so comforting. Just the normality of it, and wee Bambi. So yeah, that's kind of the TV and films I've been consuming. Music, I really want to try and listen to new music this year. I've actually had to delete my music app because I have like no storage on my phone right now, which as a content creator is a bit of an issue. So I've not really been listening to much new music at all. But in January, in Glasgow, there's Celtic Connections, which has so many different like Celtic music gigs and stuff like that. I mean, it's like art, so there's different events going on. But I'm hopefully going to go to a few of those gigs, even if I don't know the artists. I'd quite like to go to some of them to try and see if there's any new music that I like and stuff. These events are always really good, so if you're around Glasgow, I recommend like checking out what's still got tickets and stuff. Yeah, it's really good. Unfortunately, a few of the ones I wanted to go to are sold out, but it's fine. It's maybe a good reason to stay on the island and not go down to the city again. And they can end up being quite boozy nights, so I don't know if that's what I need right now. I'm not doing dry January, but I also can't really face the thought of a proper night out after all the Christmas festivities. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into like a healthy routine right now. I did my marathon in September and then just totally fell off the exercise bandwagon after that, which is so frustrating because I feel like I built up my fitness levels so much on the lead up to that, and I kind of just let it all go. But I was just kind of done with it all for a bit, and life was super busy, so I couldn't fit it into my schedule like I probably could have, but it wasn't a habit. So that's why I'm like, I really want to get into solid routine and just ground myself and yeah, move my body again. Obviously going on wee walks and stuff is super good, but I'm like really out of breath right now, not going up a major hill. And so I feel like, yeah, I need to get back into the gym, probably. Would be a good idea. But yeah, like I was saying, I keep like going back and forth between stay at home, live your best life, and what a privileged position to even be able to like have options. But one of my friends, Iris, who I was just on holiday with, was like discussing different plans she had. Like she's definitely in her like traveling era, and it made me like, oh no, I want to do all of that now. So I was looking at surf camps and I was looking at yoga retreats. I really want to get into more like yoga this year, because when I used to do it consistently, I just felt like I was on such a good vibration and I love all that kind of stuff, so would quite like to get back into that. But there's not that many yoga studios on Skye, so I don't really know. I'm gonna need to do some investigation, I think. This is an insight into my brain right now. I'm like, I'm not gonna do any of that, and then I'm like, I really want to do a yoga retreat. Make it make sense. But that's why I'm just feeling a bit like, ugh, can't be bothered with all this New Year stuff because it's putting pressure on, like, and I don't really know what I want to do, but just happy to be here at this point, you know? Like, seriously. As for me and Sorley, we're gonna continue doing long distance, but not really, because he's now full-time doing content too. So please support his channel so we can keep doing stuff, because it's actually so helpful that he's now doing the same thing. It means that we can like try and think of bigger ideas and like help each other out with them, rather than it being like a one-man band, because it's so hard going out and like, I don't know, I've got grand plans, but being able to execute them is kind of a different thing. I think there was someone there and I'm really embarrassed because I was like, go support Sarli's channel. Anyways, it's fine. Yeah, it just makes like our job so much easier if we're both doing it, and so much more fun. So yeah, we're technically still doing long distance, but I think now that he's full-time content, it'll hopefully be more of a case like we'll either both be in Skye or we'll both be in Glasgow, especially when I get my own place here, and there's more room for both of us. I'm so excited, like I literally cannot wait to take you guys along on the journey of it. Yeah, just like I can't wait. It's going to be such a mega change, but like in the best way. And I feel like the more recently, I don't know if you guys have noticed, But I've not been wanting to do as many like day in the life at home vlogs or anything like that, because I don't know, like I'm deeping more the fact that I actually have a pretty big platform now. That sounds like up myself. I don't mean it in that way, but I just more mean it in the sake of my family's privacy. Like, I've chosen to put myself on camera, they have not. So the fact that I'm just like in their personal space filming it and putting it on the internet for everyone to see, even though I know that they're okay with it, of course, otherwise I wouldn't do it, it still kind of just feels a bit wrong. So I've not been doing it as much, and like there is parts of the house that I don't show, but there also is a lot of the house I have shown, and kind of been feeling a bit weird and uneasy about doing that recently for some reason, just kind of deeping it, I guess. So I'm thinking it's going to be quite a nice change for the content, just to be able to, like, it's my space, like I can, well, it depends on who ends up living in it with me, but yeah. I think just having more freedom to do that and get creative within the house, because I'm not gonna lie, I spend a lot of time in the house. Like, I'm a cozy homebody at heart, to be honest. I like going out on walks and stuff, but nothing crazy. No, that's one thing actually this year. I want to explore more of Scotland and push myself more out of my comfort zone with that. So, like going up hills and stuff like that. I am such a scaredy cat, as you guys would have seen if you watched the New Year's vlog. So stuff like that, I definitely want to try and get better at this year and see more of Scotland in that way. More of Scotland from the clouds maybe. But as a whole, like, I'm not like an extreme like outdoor person. I like being cozy and doing home things, but I've not wanted to share too much of that recently for those reasons. So I think it'll just be really fun to have this new creative like space, and like everything's, I don't know, like I'm getting to decorate it and stuff. I've never had that freedom, because obviously when you rent and also you're a uni student, like you're not decorating for, like, you know what I mean? So, oh, sorry, I just can't stop thinking about it. Anyways, it's getting quite dark, and I'm wondering if I have much else to catch up on, because I feel like now would be the time that I would ask you guys for all your updates if you were on this walk, but you'll just have to leave them in the comments how you guys are feeling about the new year, or if you know, like the whole new year, new me, setting goals and stuff, or if it overwhelms you. If you have anything big that you're looking forward to this year, or changes or things you're maybe a bit worried about, yeah, it'd be nice to have a little chat. This is so nice. Look at this. But thanks for keeping me company on this walk in a weird way. It's been nice. And actually, like, didn't feel as awkward as I thought, even though I was going past so many people's windows. Probably gonna regret that. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, the sky looks more pink in real life, and there's a really bright star there, which is so nice. And then this view, and I'm the only person, and it's so calm. I love it. Probably gonna keep walking for a bit, but it is getting dark, and I actually have nothing else to say. I might be repeating myself, possibly. So, I'll love yous and leave yous. Very weird style of vlog for me, but maybe we could do this again, or we could like have actual topics of conversation, and I could take you on more scenic walks and actually be like this, so you can see the scenery rather than like this. But it was just people's houses, and I, again, don't want to be like, this is so-and-so's house. So could do that. That could be fun. Or I just start a podcast. Okay, I would need to have more structure and substance to my conversations if that was the case. But this was just a friendly catch-up, so it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Cheery. Bye.